Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today we are taking a look at the Uranhub's GPS drone. Now it is a foldable 5G Wi-Fi FPV, built-in DVR, 2K ultra high definition camera, GPS RC quadcopter ready to fly. So here it is guys, the Uranhub's GPS drone. Now immediately you will notice the motors are brushed motors with gears kind of reminiscent of the Tianqiu Visual XS809 family of styling, such as the half tuck fold out arm design and the LED light and the whole motor pod designing, including the placement holders for the prop guards and the soft foam pad on the landing protrusions on the bottom. The camera module is different, however. It has double antennas on the bottom. It has a built-in DVR, and here's the micro SD card slot. Now it will record 2048 by 1152 pixel photos and videos to the micro SD card, and 1280 by 720 pixel photos and videos to the phone app, and thus into your camera roll of your phone or device. Now you can remove the module by these two screws here, and the whole camera Wi-Fi module can be changed out just in case you break the lens or something. Now there's what looks to be a placement holder for the optical flow sensor camera, but it now has a 5G sticker covering up the whole. The camera can be manually tilted to about 45 degrees, angled down and back up to 0 degrees. Now the drone's Wi-Fi network it emits is actually a Wi-Fi 4 802.11n network protocol in the 5 gigahertz band, and the network channel is 149. The transmit and receive speeds are 72 megabytes per second. So there is the push button power on and off switch on the top of the canopy, and the battery bay is in the rear. Now the battery is a 7.4 volt 1000 milliamp size battery, and it is said to be good for about 15 minutes of flight time. Now it will come with 2 of these batteries for a total combined flight time of 30 minutes. Charge it up using the provided charge cable via the 2-cell balance port. Slide it back in and it will click back into place. Alright guys, so here is the remote controller, and the remote controller has a flip out spring-loaded phone holder, and it will fit a 5.5-inch phone comfortably with the case, and it also has the flip out hand grips, and it feels really good in the hands. Now on the left shoulder there's the speed button. Speeds 1 and 2 can be had, and on the right shoulder is the photo button. Short press for photos and long press for videos. In the front we have the dedicated gyro calibration button and the dedicated compass calibration button. We have the 1 key to take off and land button with a short press, and long press that button for emergency stop. We have the GPS on and off button. We have the power push button on and off switch, LED light indicators, headless mode button, and the smart return to home button. Both sticks to the bottom and out will arm and disarm the motors of the quadcopter. You can charge up the built-in 350 milliamp battery via the micro USB port using the provided charge cable. Alright guys, so here we go with the test flight of the Uranhub's GPS quadcopter. I have a micro SD card inserted, formatted, and the battery is fully charged, inserted. So let's power up the quad. Long press the power button until the lights come on, and we do have red lights in the front and green lights in the rear, and they are both blinking at the moment. Let's go ahead and power up the remote. Automatically binds. Now what you want to do with every GPS quadcopter before you fly is calibrate the compass and also calibrate the gyro. So on this quadcopter there is a dedicated compass calibration button. So let's go ahead and press that. Okay. Now what you want to do is rotate it until the front LED lights come red. Now it already turned red, as you can see. I'm going to give it a couple more spins, and then after that what you want to do is nose up or nose down and rotate it until the rear LED lights turn green. I'm going to nose down, and there you go. The rear LED lights have turned green and they are blinking at the moment. Now the reason why they are blinking is because they haven't acquired all of the necessary GPS satellites. Also, the front LED lights, the two LED lights looking like eyes, they are blinking as well. And once they go solid, that means that all of the necessary GPS has been acquired and you are able to fly. All right. But right now, what you can do is turn the GPS off and fly in the ADI mode without GPS position hold. And later on, when you get it, you can land the quadcopter, turn on GPS, and you will have return to home position on the home point where you take off from. All right. But in the meantime, we're waiting for the GPS to have lock, and I think we might have GPS lock. Nope, it's still blinking. So we'll start the Wi-Fi phone app, and I'm going to go into the settings, into the Wi-Fi section of the settings, and I am already connected to the Drone SP500 Wi-Fi network. And here is the Wi-Fi phone app. It is called the Pilot A2 phone app, free downloadable app in the App Store. So go ahead and check it out. Let me go ahead and hit it, and that is how it looks like. Screen record. 3, 2, 1, boom. All right, screen is recording, and that is how it looks like. I'm gonna hit play and hit next and hit I know. And here is the Wi-Fi FPV interface, and we got Wi-Fi FPV. There's a slight delay, but that is good enough. It looks pretty nice. All right, so this thing is almost exactly identical to the Snaptane SP500 that I've done a review on some time ago, but this one is slightly different. It's kind of upgraded. It now has the 2K camera instead of the 1080p camera that came with the SP500. So maybe the flying characteristics might be the same, but some of the electronics are a little different, so we're going to be checking it out. So let's go ahead and take a photo here, make our rounds and take a photo and see what kind of quality we get. There you go, pretty quick. And towards the sun, there's no solar eclipse, which is good. That black dot in the middle of the sun. Okay, table, landing gear, and one more this way. Nice, very fast. Let's see if it takes a photo with the hard remote. There you go. All right, nice. Okay, so what we want to do before we take off is do the gyro calibration, and there's a dedicated gyro calibration button as well. So press it. It goes flashing, and the lights come back kind of solid, and I still don't have GPS position lock. It is still blinking. Yeah, no GPS. It's supposed to go solid, so we are still waiting in it. That's taking a very long time. I did it back home, and it did really get the GPS lock really quick. But out here, it's a different story. So we're gonna have to wait until GPS position lock. But in the meantime, you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to fly it in the ADI mode with the GPS turned off. So hit the GPS button right here. This button right here. There you go. GPS has been turned off. So there's no light in the front blinking at all. So we are able to take off. So let's go ahead and start the video. There you go. Video has started recording. I'm going to leave my iPad right here. We'll come back to that. So let's go and check it out. Both sticks to the bottom and out. Arms the motors and hitting the 1 key to take off. Or you can also hit the 1 key to take off button to arm the motors as well. So let's go disarm the motors. You can go ahead and hit the 1 key to take off to arm the motors and hit it again to take off. So as you can see, it is drifting away because we do not have GPS position hold. We turn the GPS off. Okay, so let's just check out the flying characteristics here. I believe this will be speed number 1. Let me make sure. Yeah, now it's speed number 2. Back down to speed number 1. Full pitch, full yaw. Okay, that's pretty tight of a radius. Speed number 2, a little bit more pitch, a little bit more speed. Still slightly on the slow side. Okay, full pitch, full yaw. Basically the same yaw speed, but it did get a little bit faster on speed number 2. Alright, so let's go ahead and check this thing out one more time here. And what I'm going to do is turn the GPS on. There you go. Now we have acquired GPS position. So it is holding its position. Nice. Yaw in place. Yes, it'll yaw in place. So if you don't want to wait until the GPS lock to happen, you can go ahead and fly it in the ADI mode. So now you can see that the headlights are completely on. The lights that looks like eyes. And let's check out and see if it holds position really good. Let's get it angry. Let go. Yeah, it's holding its position. Goes right back to where it was holding position. Now we're going to check out the 1 key to land by hitting the 1 key to take off and land button. And comes to a nice soft landing and the motors turn off. Alright, so now we're going to take off in the middle of the landing pad, because earlier we took off from the table and it didn't have its GPS turned on. Now we have the GPS turned on and we're taking off from the landing pad. So this is the new home point. So let's go ahead and arm the motors and I'm going to just manually take off. Alright, and let go of the sticks. Comes to a nice hover, holds position. It's very nice actually. Now when you fly and let go of the sticks, it will come to a halt. So if you turn GPS off and let go of the sticks, it will glide. So you might want to do this if you want to take smoother videos. And let go, and it's still gliding. But if you want to hold position, turn the GPS back on. Did you see that abrupt stop? Nice, huh? Alright, let me just quickly check out and see how the video looks like. The video looks pretty good. Alright, and let's see here. Come towards me, turning around. Woohoo! I think we are in speed number 2, so it's a little bit faster than I would want. So I'm going to go back down to speed 1. There you go. Now it's a little bit easier to FPV. But if you want to fly this thing a little bit sportier, yeah, speed number 2 is it. So there you go, making that turn, stopping, but it kind of over rotates a little bit. So you got to be careful with the yaw input. There's a slight delay sort of. Letting go, and there you go. Now it's behaving more accurately there. There you go. I'm stopped dead on track right there. Stopping my yaw spin right here. There you go. Nice. Oh yeah, pretty nice. All right, so let's go ahead and check out some of its functions here. We did the GPS, and let's take a look at the headless mode here. So we are in headless mode, and check it out. That way is northbound. If I press it forward, it'll go that way. If I pull it, it'll come back this way, and to the right, and to the left. Now the quadcopter is facing that way, but even if you face it that way, if I push it forward, it'll still go that way. That would be headless mode for you. So no matter which way the quadcopter is facing, the northbound is that way, southbound is this way, and it'll also do the same while in a spin. Look at that. Pretty cool, huh? Headless mode. Very useful if you lost orientation and you want to bring it back towards you. I'm going to turn it off, and we are back to regular mode. All right, nice. And let's see, so far the video hasn't stopped. There's no freeze frames, so hopefully it is in sync with real-time videos like the one on my visor. All right, so let's check out the return to home now. So this is the smart return to home button, so let's press it. All right, turns around, and oh, comes back really quick. Beeping going on. Okay, turns around again and descends. Will it stop and hover? No, it will come straight down, and wow, lands almost in the center of the landing pad here where it took off from, and it's continuing to beep, so I gotta hit the button again to cancel out. All right, so arming the motors and taking off once again. And now let's go ahead and do that again, but while it's coming back, I'm gonna hit the button and retake control of it. So you're in trouble, you want the quadcopter to come back, so you hit the return to home button, turns around, and it comes back. So it's coming back, so now you want to retake control, hit the return to home button again, and it stops its return to home process, and you are able to retake control of the quadcopter. Nice. Okay, let's check out the fail-safe return to home. So let the quadcopter hover, and what I'm going to do is turn off my remote control to simulate a fail-safe situation. Okay, the remote control has been turned off, and the quadcopter looks like it's turning around, and it is heading its way back. Now this is different as well. The Snaptane SP500 did not return home when this happened. What I needed to do with that quadcopter was turn up the Wi-Fi phone app as well in order for the return to home to activate. Look at that, lands almost in the middle. Really good GPS position this thing has. So that is one of the differences of this quadcopter and the SP500 by Snaptane. So that is nice, they fixed that problem. I didn't quite like how that worked out on the SP500, but now they have fixed this problem on the Uranhub's GPS drone. Okay, automatic bind hopefully, and yep, retake control of it. So if you're coming back home from a fail-safe situation, you are able to reconnect and retake control of it. So really, really nice. Yeah, upgraded. So I gotta pay my State Farm insurance payment. All right, so let's check out how far we can go. So let's go ahead and push it out this way. On paper it says 220, but I have a geofencing, and I know the reason why I have a geofencing. What you need to do is turn off beginner mode. Let's go to the settings, and look at that, beginner mode, 30 meters. So I'm going to turn it off. Oh, and flight distance is 500 meters. Flight altitude is 120, and return altitude is 25. I'm gonna hit save. And that is nice that it can save in mid-flight. So let's go back and see how far we can go now in the non-beginner mode. So there is a geofencing for beginners, which is really nice. Oh, look at that. I am not able to go. So obviously it will not do that on the fly. So I'm going to go ahead and bring it down and land it and go back into the settings and reset. Okay, so I landed kind of on the side of the landing pad. I'm going to put it back in the middle. And let's go back into the settings. And see, it turned back on. So you got to turn it off on the landed position. And then let's go back out. Let's double check. No, it doesn't want to do that. Yeah, what's going on? Come on, buddy. Come on. Beginner mode is turned off. Wait a little bit. Go back in, and it's turned back on. All right, so obviously, maybe after I calibrate it and restart from when you first start off the quadcopter, you need to go into the settings and turn off beginner mode in order to turn it off and stay off. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, guys, right now, and I'll be right back. Alright guys, so here we go. I've turned off and turned that back on, did my calibration, and went into the app and reset it to non-beginner mode and increased my distance all the way to 500. So let's go ahead and check it out. Arming it and taking off. Okay, let's go to speed number 2 and start the video. 3, 2, 1, and the video is off. Alright, so let's go ahead and push it out. So hopefully we don't have a geofencing. And looks like I have a geofencing. Huh? My battery is down to 2 bars remaining. All that activity has depleted my battery, and it is in the first phase of low voltage, which also has the 30-meter geofencing, so you cannot go beyond 30 meters. Oh, that is too bad. All right, so let me just go ahead and finish it off here and check out the total flight time, and then I'll stick in the other battery, and then we'll go do the distance test right away before the battery gets depleted. All right. So as I recall, the SP500 by Snaptain had a pretty long first phase into the critical phase, which you can't do much except just fly around within the 30-meter radius. So, you know, this quadcopter would be perfect for a beginner. So you are not able to go beyond that right there where it bounced off from. So if you're flying in your backyard or something, you know, you're not going to go into the other backyard of your neighbors and stuff. So even though you mess up, you can bring your quadcopter back and it won't have a flyaway situation, hopefully. Okay, so I'll just fly around and do some FPV. Go back down to speed number 1, which is a lot more smoother. If I don't hit the geofencing, that is. There you go. Now, this thing doesn't have an electronic image stabilization or anything like that. And guess what happened now? The quadcopter just came down and landed by itself. All right. And I do believe it did hit the critical low voltage phase, and I guess the first phase and the second phase wasn't that long. Now, if it was beyond 15 meters, it will come back and land, but it must have been within 15 meters away from me, so it decided to just land itself. All right, there you go, guys, the flight time of the Uranhub's GPS drone. All right, guys, so here we go. Got a new battery in there, did all the calibration stuff, and let's check it out. There we go. Beginner mode is turned off. Check it again. There you go. All right, so let's go ahead and check it out. Place it in the middle of the landing pad, and I've already done the gyro calibration as well. So 1 key to take off, and all the lights are solid. GPS acquired. So let's go and see how far I can push this thing. Let's go up in altitude a little bit more, and let's push it. Speed number 2. All right, here we go. No geofencing. And battery level, even though it's full, it's showing 3 bars, green bars, so that's good. Okay. All right, the distance is showing at about 200 meters now. I still have video. Oh, spoke too soon. Frozen in time. Yep, I have lost video, guys. So I'm going to let go of my pitch stick and let it hover. And nope, I am not getting video back. Now, can I see it? Yes, I can see it, a dot in the sky. Hey, look at that, I got video back. Momentarily, in and out. Okay, so we are at 285 meters, 20 meters in height, and it is going in and out. So, not a very good distance quadcopter, so don't go too far. Stay within 200 meters, less than 200 meters, between 100 and 150. Will be good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit the return to home button. Return to home. And it turns around, I think. I see it boogieing its way back. But my video has frozen in time. And it's trying to make it back. Yeah, I see it coming. There we go. And I got video back. It's coming towards me. Alright. So, there you go. Prime example of a GPS quadcopter when you're lost connection or you don't have any Wi-Fi video. It is going to come back to you. One button. I'm going to get out of the return to home, the smart return to home, by pressing the smart return to home button and exiting the return to home process, and I have retaken control of it. All right, there we go. Nice. All right, so let's do a little special feature. I believe it has Circle Me feature. So let's hit that Circle Me icon. It's a point of interest. Input point of interest radius 5 to 20. So I'm going to put 20. Done. And confirm. Let's see what happens. Oh, it just goes away from you. There you go. And that will be 20 meters. And it is starting to do the Circle Me. Nice. Hey, pretty good. Can I throttle up and increase altitude? Yes, I can. There you go. It's got me on its sights and it's circling around me. Very nice. Now, can I decrease altitude? Yes, I can. Look at that. Pretty good. I look pretty far away from the video, but the quadcopter is not that far away from me. This thing has a pretty wide angle camera lens, which is nice. I don't like those 90-degree or 100-degree camera field of view. I like the 110, 120. And I think this one is right about 120. That's what it looks like. Alright, let's see if I pitch. Can I make it come closer to me or go away from me? Change the radius. Let's see, letting go. Nope, I believe it has exited the circle me process. Yep, it has. So let's see what happens if I roll 20, confirm. And I believe it's going to rotate around where it was. Anyways, just for testing purposes. Oop. Speed number 2. This is just for testing purposes. So it went away from this spot because this is now the point of interest because it was hovering over there. Alright, it is circling me. I'm going to roll the opposite way and see if it goes the opposite way. Nope. No. Go this way again. Nope. So when you fool around with the pitch and roll stick, it'll take you out of the circle me. So it has exited the circle me. So either you can do that or you can depress the circle me icon once again in the phone app. Alright guys. Unfortunately, my iPad does not have cellular service, so I can't do the follow me. So I think that'll conclude this video. I'm going to try and see if I can hook it up to my phone and see if it works, the follow me. Where is it going? Alright. Alright guys, so here we go one more time. I got my phone installed here, connected. So let's check out the follow me feature. Let's see if it works. Follow me, it says. I'm gonna slide, and it kind of looks like it is following me. It has turned around, positioned itself right on me. So let me walk away. There we go. It is following me. Yeah. Oh, looks like it lost me for a minute, but it is starting to follow me still. It hasn't got me directly in the center of the video of the frame, but it is following. Yeah. All right. And you know, for a quadcopter that doesn't have electronic image stabilization or gimbal, it's not that bad. The camera quality is pretty nice. Okay, taking a walk on the wild side here. All right, and there she is. Nice. Oh, it's going back, and it has situated itself a little further away from me now. Huh. Maybe it's thinking that my phone is over there. And I think I might have lost connection to it. I think it has disengaged from my GPS. Yep, I think so. So let's see. Once again, follow me. No? Hey, it worked pretty good earlier. Okay, so let's see if I can fly around. Yeah, follow me has disengaged. Alright, I think that'll do it, guys. Tested out the circle me. Now tested out the follow me. And we tested out how far it can go. And all that other stuff. So now, I think it'll be just about time to call it a day. So bringing it down for a landing now. Turn around, and one key to land. Woohoo! All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in and watching. Have a great day, and we'll see you again next time.